I'm the man now. Nobody ever gave a handout. For the stretch, talking grams loud. Cut them off, get the hand out. Bro talk, what's that about?
Yo, what's going on, people? You know who it is. It's Tay Wiz reporting live and direct from the man cave as usual. For those subscribers out there that is not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that bell. Not subscribed to my Twitter page, hit that bird at TAE_WIGGS. And of course, the link to my website is down below. First and foremost, we're going to jump right into it. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavaliers are visiting the Boston Celtics. As this game winds down, as we was watching the first quarter, I thought the Cavaliers got into a slow start. Boston came out hitting. You had Jaylen Brown hit a couple of shots. You had Al Horford going inside. Jason Tatum is a stud. He's a grinder. And one thing I'm going to say about Jason Tatum compared to Jaylen Brown, as you've seen the type of night Jaylen Brown had, Jason Tatum played with a more of a calm demeanor. He wasn't rushing his shots. He wasn't rushing the game. He slowed the game down for him and played Jason Tatum basketball. Others didn't do that. Terry Rozier was firing. He was taking a lot of questionable shots. Marcus Smart was taking a lot of questionable shots. Jaylen Brown was taking a lot of questionable shots. Those three guys didn't let the ball game come to them. They was rushing the game against an older veteran team. If they just took their time and pick out their spots where they needed to go, this could have been a different night for the Celtics. They could have been the ones could have been the Eastern Conference champions. But the chips did not fall like that. As you go by, as the Cavaliers win this game, 87-79. Talking to a couple of my home guys, they said, "Who you got tonight, Dante?" I said, "I'm going with the Cavaliers." They said, "What's the points?" I said, "Give me Bron." I said, "Give Bron about 45." I said, 45? I said, "Yeah." I said, "I got the Cavs by 8." Now, I didn't get LeBron James' his points right, but I got the score right. I said the Cavaliers win by 8, and they won by 8. Like, even though we know Kevin Love was hurt, which guy was going to pick it up? Evidently, Jeff Green was money. I said the Cavaliers want to win. I said JR got to give me 15. He scored 12. So as you go through, I'm looking at Jason Tatum with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist and a steal. Like I said, he was 9 for 17, but he was 2 from 6 from the three-point line. I think he rushed a couple of his threes, and two of them he was wide open and he still missed. As they say, as me watching these Game 7s and NBA basketball games throughout the playoffs, one thing to say about the Game 7, them basketball rims get really small to some of them players because the players come out with so much emotions. They feel like, you know what? I'm going to treat this Game 7 like the Game 1 and Game 2. We know Game 1 and Game 2, if you go down 0-2 or 0-1, you get a chance to fight for another night. But Game 7, that's winner take all. So everything is, your heart is pumping fast because you know, I take this shot all the time, I make it. All of a sudden, you don't put that much velocity on it. It comes up short. It don't leave the fingertips right. You know your shot off. I mean, it's just a different thing. They got the home crowd behind them. The home crowd was waiting, anticipating for a big run, which they did go on a run. The Celtics did go on a run. They had to run that long. They was up at halftime, too, as well. As I go through, I thought Al Horford played big, but I noticed when Al Horford gets a double-double, they win. When he doesn't get that double-double, in certain key situations, they lose. So he had 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He was 7 for 12 from the field. He was 0 for 1 from the three-point line. So I just wrote that down because he only took 1 three-pointer. I like when he only take 1 instead of taking 3 and 4 because I feel like if he take 1 three-pointer, you know Al Horford was in the paint all day getting whatever he wants on the court. You had Aaron Baines out there in the starting lineup. He had 3 points, 5 rebounds. He didn't give you nothing. He didn't take a field goal attempt. So you had guys out there who started, who gave you valuable minutes, but didn't put up the work that would make this team to get over the hump. You had Aaron Baines out there roaming around trying to guard LeBron James and trying to take away certain shots from LeBron James was still getting around him because you had a center on a small forward. Who's going to win that matchup? His feet is not that quick like LeBron James' feet. It's pretty much two dribbles and LeBron is going to the hole. And the funny thing about that team was still collapsing down on LeBron James. He was still making some passes at the same time. His team wasn't hitting either. So just imagine if the Cavaliers was hitting their threes. Just imagine if Boston was hitting their threes, because both of these teams was atrocious last night from the 3-point line. You talk about the Celtics was 7 for 39 from the 3-point line. That's 17%. And the Cavaliers didn't do too bad themselves. They was 9 for 35, 25%. So just imagine if these guys hit 5 or more 3-pointers. This game could have been like this for either or team. Maybe the Cavaliers, instead of winning by 8, they would have won by 15. Maybe if the Celtics would have hit their 3 instead of losing by 8, maybe they'd have won by 2. That's just how it goes. This is a make or miss lead. Like you telling people this, and you can't go wrong with some of the shots that these guys was taking. You were just hoping and praying that whatever team that you was rooting for, that they would hit their shots in the key situations. Evidently, the team that was hitting their shots at key situations was the Cavaliers. J.R. Smith at a 3. I thought, Jeff Green played lights out. He did what he had to do. I'm looking at Terry Rozier. Played stellar throughout the whole playoffs. Game 7s, like I keep telling you, they played in the Game 7, but that Game 7 was in the first round against the Bucks. But this is a different Game 7 against a championship team with championship admirations who has the ring. When you're looking at a team like the Cavaliers with LeBron James or Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith and guys like that and Kevin Love, you're looking at guys who play in key moments, who know what it takes to hit big shots at big times. The Celtics don't have that type of player. Those players are not even there. Gordon Hayward was in the building, but Kyrie Irving wasn't. And I'll get to that in a minute. I definitely want to tackle that situation. Terry Rozier, like I said, played a stellar throughout the whole playoffs. He had 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. He was 2 for 14 from the field, 0 for 10 from downtown. You can't be 0 for 10 from the 3-point line. That's a difference maker. Why? Because a lot of situations he got up, he rushed a lot of his shots. He didn't take the shots that he's normally comfortable with. You know, you see what I'm saying? He sat outside that key. He took a couple of dribbles, and he just let them go. And some of those he let go, they was contested heavily. So you cannot take shots like that. He took a 3-pointer on Tristan Thompson where he had the mismatch. He could have broke him down and took him to the cup. He didn't do that. He tried to take the easy way out with the 3. The easy way would have been cross Tristan Thompson up, penetrate to the hole, and somebody had been right there for an easy layup. Well, you'd have somebody on the wings for a 3-pointer. No, you shot a 3 and shot an air ball, turned the ball over, the Cavs come back down, and get an easy layup from LeBron James. The Celtics folded under key situations. So I was looking forward to what move Brad Stevens is going to make. Marcus Smart played a great game. I thought, to me, not offensively, but defensively. He laid his body out there in the line. Every time you look up, he's on the ground laying down. He was out there hurting. But guys like that, man, blue-collar guys, man, who's going to bring it? He brought his lunch pail tonight. But guess what? He brought his lunch pail, but somebody went in that pail and ate that sandwich. And that person who ate the sandwich was on the Cavaliers team. They went in that lunch pail, drunk his juice, ate his cookies, ate them chips, ate that sandwich, and left him with an empty pail and told him his work was, they didn't need you tonight. He was 1 for 10. Take that. 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Him and Rozier had pretty much the same stats. I'm looking for Marcus Morris, I thought played great. 5 for 14. He had 12 rebounds and 14 points. He was ready for the moment. The one thing I'm going to say about the Boston Celtics, what I seen from them tonight, they miss a lot of pressure free throws. And I don't get it. It's a free throw. Yes, i.e. LeBron James missed some. But when you at home, you have the advantage. You got the advantage to the crowd to quiet down with the free throw line. I thought when they got the lead down to 2, and Marcus Morris got fouled. He went to the free throw line, made the first free throw, down by 1. He missed the next one. Cavs grabbed the rebound, come down and shoot a 3. You have to put this team, the Cavaliers team, on their toes. They didn't get no good scoring from their bench players, but like I said, Jeff Green showed up, J.R. Smith showed up, hit a couple of clutch threes. You had Tristan Thompson. You have 4 guys in double figures. So if you get LeBron James three other guys in double figures, including himself, the Cavs are going to walk away victorious 9 times out of 10 like that, because now he can rely on other guys to score besides himself. As I read these 3 points off, like I said, Jason Tatum was 2 for 6 from the 3-point line. Al Horford was 0 for 1. Jaylen Brown was terrible, 3 for 12. He rushed a lot of shots. Him and Terry Rozier, they rushed a lot of shots. Like I said, I feel like they rushed the game. They let the game come to them. They had the home court advantage. The crowd is behind them. I feel like they was playing like the gym room was on fire. They didn't slow it down one time at all to get what they was doing. When this team played better, they moved the ball around a lot, and they didn't. They had costly turnovers too as well. I was looking for them to attack Kyle Korver more. They didn't attack him enough, because Marcus Morris was attacking him a lot. I feel like Jaylen Brown should took turns on Kyle Korver. They didn't do that. Kyle Korver is pretty much like one of your weakest links out there on defense, because he kept picking up ticky-tack fouls. If they kept going to that matchup, eventually they'd have called for a double team, and y'all could have had easy buckets to the hole. That's the part I was looking for Brad Stevens to come in to make that adjustment. Hey, you know what? We're going to feed Marcus Morris the ball until somebody double team us. Once somebody double teamed us, you could have had an easy basket to the cup, or you could have when your outside guy shoot a three or penetrate to the hole for a layup from another guy. You didn't see that. And I was waiting for Brad Stevens to make that move. He didn't make that checkmate move because LeBron James took their time. They took a lead, and he told everybody why he had the ball in his hand. Calm down, one shot at a time. Let's make our move, and they did that. Taking it, they wasn't doing it in big parts. They like taking big threes. It was more killing them softly, penetrating to the hole, getting N1 fouls, leaving at the free throw line because both teams is in the free throw line in the penalty. So I don't think the Boston Celtics used their penalty fouls to an advantage for them. They didn't utilize that. They could have had the Cavaliers in all types of foul trouble if they didn't went to the hole more. They didn't do it. So that's the part I was waiting for. As we go to the Cavaliers, where they got help from, like I said, he didn't get that much from Kyle Korver. He's 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. That's where all his shots came from. He had 2 assists and a rebound and 3 points. Larry Nance had 2 points, 2 rebounds. He had a key tip in. He did have a key tip in. George Hill didn't give you that much with his 1 assist. His 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 6 points. But J.R. Smith gave you something. He finally hit a 3 when they most needed it. He hit one by the Celtics bench to tie the game up, which I thought was key right there. I said, you know what? He hit one, he go hit another one, which he did hit another one late in the game. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds. Tristan Thompson, ever since they benched him and broke him off the bench, his production level been better. He been good at home. So far he been good on this road game right here. 9 rebounds, an assist, and 10 points. And the one thing I like about Tristan Thompson, what he did last night, he was 4 for 4 from the field. I just hate when he do this a lot. If he just go out strong with it, 9 out of 10, you would get a foul. But he was 4 for 4 from the field with 10 points. We know what LeBron James did, but Jeff Green is the guy who I'll get player of the game to for the Cavaliers. Yes, 23. We know we knew that 23. LeBron James is going to come out there and have a big night. But player of the game, for me, Jeff Green. He had some clutch threes. He was 7 for 14 from the field. He had a block, a steal, 8 rebounds, and 19 points. And he had some clutch threes. And he was going to the hole, getting N1 baskets. So you look at another guy, who was going to step up and take that Kevin Love spot? It was Jeff Green. 19 points, 8 rebounds. That's what you wanted. When somebody go down, the coach always say, next man or woman up. What person going to take that next spot? What person going to initiate take some of the load of LeBron James? Kudos to Jeff Green for coming through last night. LeBron James. At Game 7, LeBron James, they say he was 5-2. We can take that 5 and turn it into a 6. He is 6-2 in Game 7. He's on the 6-game winning streak. He had 9 assists, 15 rebounds, and 35 points. The last person to put up those type of numbers in the Game 7 was Dolph Schayes, 1959. Played for the Syracuse Nationals, which is formerly known as the Syracuse Nationals, but they are known as now today as the Philadelphia 76ers. Did that in 1959. He's a first round draft pick fourth by the Syracuse Nationals. He played in the BBA league. Well, LeBron James a walking stuffer. But what you get from LeBron James is tenacity, poise. He's a leader. He lead his men to where they need to go. There's a lot of players in the league that's not like that, but it's only a few. He lead his team. Some people always criticize LeBron James. How do he make his teammates better? Because he's hogging the ball more. Here we go with this. LeBron James doesn't make his teammates better. Do you think any other player in the league as a superstar, a Russell Westbrook, could let this Cavaliers team to the finals? Can a Steph Curry could have did this team with none of the guys you got on this team? I'm talking about Steph Curry with the rush of LeBron James could lead this team to the finals? No. Could Kyrie Irving lead his team to the NBA finals with this team that they had? No. So LeBron James is out here to do what he had to do. Put a team on his back and will them to victory. You get big help. You look at this game last night. This game was tied 6 times. The largest run was 8. That was by the Cavs. Then lead changes, going back and forth, 9 of those. Then once I break this down, looking at where the Cavaliers got out rebounded 41-42, then you look at defensive rebounds, the Cavaliers did that. I always look at defensive rebounds as the moral points. And the reason I say they moral points because on a defensive rebound, you're not giving the team a chance to get an offensive rebound to set a play back up and get easy buckets. So when you were in that battle, those are points taken away from the other team. I'll always say this, and I'm a firm believer of that. Defensive rebounds are key. Offensive rebounds are key. But there's nothing like a defensive rebound when the offensive team shoot the ball and miss, and you got to grab that rebound. Those rebounds are pretty much who wants it more. Evidently, Cavaliers wanted it more. They was the hungrier team going down the stretch in the fourth quarter. So I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. In the first quarter, I was sit back watching. So here the Cavaliers go again, playing sluggish. They let Jaylen Brown get off to a good start, and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum plays strong, man. There's nothing I can say about Jason Tatum. Like I said, Cavaliers had 2 steals. Celtics had 6. Then you had, what I thought was huge, I circled it. The Celtics had no blocks. Normally they get like 2 or 3 blocks a game. They had none. The Cavs had 4. LeBron had 1. Jeff Green had 1. You looking at where these guys get you what you need. My bad. LeBron had 2 blocks. Sorry about that. LeBron had 2. Green had 1. So you're looking at whereas they taking points off the board on the other team. Always loved that. The Cavaliers got to take care of the ball. Celtics had 5 turnovers. The Cavaliers had 12. And you're looking at where they had 12. LeBron James had 4 of them himself. If the Cavaliers want to win a championship, you got to take care of the basketball. There's nothing else outside of that what you can do. Take care of the basketball. Mental turnovers is the worst. You cannot have them crazy turnovers when you right at the basket. What I thought was key for the Cavaliers too, they had 16 fast break points. Celtics only had 3. Celtics did beat the Cavaliers on second chance points, 12-8. As we go back and look at this game, how it happened, I thought both teams were living it down by the 3-pointer. Pretty much this game came down to which team is going to make the first move and win this game. Once it got under 2 minutes to go, I feel like Boston kind of started rushing a lot of their shots. The Boston Celtics got way easier shots. The Cavaliers, you got to get kudos to the Cavaliers on defense. They was making them make some tough shots. Some players were shooting off the wrong leg. They was getting a shot clock violation type of territory. The ball was stuck. They wasn't moving the ball around. I'm used to watching the Boston Celtics move the ball around the horn. They did not move the ball around the horn. They became stagnant on offense. They was playing. Jason Tatum dribbled the ball for about 15 seconds. He had passed to Al Horford. Al Horford dribbled the ball for 8. They gave it to Terry Rozier. Now you got like 2 seconds left. You got to throw the ball up. And throw the ball up, it's going to hit the back of the rim or shoot an air ball. I thought they didn't take care of that end of the ass part of the ball. Moving the ball around. They didn't. They was frozen. You can't play basketball like that when the ball is stuck on one side of the court. Why? Now the team on defense can really play their defense. Now they can sit and talk. Once it's stuck in one place, you're going to get stuck and you got to throw up these crazy shots. And that's how you lost the game. The Cavaliers took good business at home. They came out. They was hungry. They was very poised. I thought they was the hungry team tonight. I knew Boston fans was going to be ready to go. I knew the Celtics was going to be ready to go. They came out. They had the Cavaliers on the hook in the end of the first quarter. They was winning the first quarter, 18-26. The Cavaliers made their move. I always said the first quarter, but dictate what you do in the second. One thing I always said, what can the Cavaliers do? Because we know the Cavaliers always have a terrible third quarter. They didn't. They outscored the Celtics 20-13. The Cavaliers won the second quarter, the third and fourth quarter. Because the Cavaliers had a little trouble in the first quarter. They won't hit a lot of shots. They miss a lot. They settled down and made their move. At halftime, they was down by 4. I said, talk to my wife. I said, guess what? I said, Boston messed up. And she was like, how? I said, you let the Cavaliers stay around within 4 to 2 points. You leaving the door open for LeBron James to get through the door for this win. And they did. You cannot get LeBron James at halftime being down. You can't not let him be down by 4 or down by 2 or up by 4. Because at that time, that guy smells blood. He's coming for you. And that's what he did. He was the huntee. Now he's hunting them. So the hunter came out and said, you know what? Let's go get these guys. Celtics just played so tight. They didn't play loose. The movement wasn't out there. They wasn't talking enough. Only one person to me, like I said, brunk it the whole night. Jason Tatum. He had stardom rolling all over him. What a great pickup by the Boston Celtics. Now, since I got that out of the way, you heard me earlier talk about Kyrie Irving. I was disappointed in him because this is a game 7. You wasn't on the bench, on the sideline with your brothers. But you always say this. This is a brotherhood. We in this. I didn't see you out there representing the brotherhood as you say. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Andrew Irving. Gordon Hayward was out there for support of the brotherhood, of his teammates. The guys that you go to battle with every day in practice and on the court with. Kyrie Irving wasn't out there. To me, I thought it was selfish. Because why? You and Aaron Baines, the only ones has championship rings on the team. Not only championship rings, you're the one of the guys who won a game 7 on the road in a hostile environment in 2016 in Oakland. You're the one who took the game winner shot. Where was you at when your team needed you the most? As my father would say, what would you do when your wine runs out? Kyrie Irving was a no-show. I thought it was disrespectful to the teammates. If I was the teammates, the way I think, I don't even want you in the locker room with me. You can't be on the same team as me, man, because you let us down. You, from a competitor standpoint, if they didn't see you there, walking in at halftime, coming through, having a seat, putting a jumbotron, that is almost like a sensation for a rush for the team. Oh, Kyrie's here. Let's go ball. Let's go short. Let's get this dude back to the playoffs. Back to the NBA Finals with no LeBron. You wasn't there for moral support. And I can't believe you did that, Kyrie. That is very selfish, unprofessional. And I kept hearing the sidelines talking about it. But that's the first thing I noticed when I watched the game. Where is Kyrie at? We know he didn't show up in none of the Cavaliers' home games. I think he only showed up to one game that was game 1 of these Eastern Conference Finals. If you was there for the support, do I think these guys could have won? We don't know. But at the same time, to be sitting on that bench when your team is down or up by 4, you could have went over and say, look, we down 4. Trust me. I know what Brian gonna do in these situations. I know what he gonna do. Y'all stay home on y'all man. Don't double team. If LeBron gonna go to work, let him go to work. But let's do this. You wasn't there for that. I can't believe you wasn't there. Where was you at? a private screening watching Uncle Drew? Because right now, that don't matter. Uncle Drew movie don't matter right now. What matters is trying to get your team over the hump to get to the NBA championship. You wasn't there to lead your man to the NBA finals. If I was Danny Ainge, I'm sorry, Boston fans. I know I might sound cruel or very critical, but this is straight facts. If I was Danny Ainge, once that NBA draft come around, see what can you get from Kyrie Irving. Put him on the trading block. That was selfish. Wasn't there? In a time of need? Very, very selfish. That right there was a me player type of move. And I always hear about guys around the league, oh, he's a me player. Oh, Russ Ripper, he's a me player. Kyrie Irving's not a me player. What he just did was the ultimate disrespect to his teammates. Kyrie Irving should have been on that sideline with his teammates, even if he couldn't battle. He could have still been in their ears for words of encouragement. KG do it. Rasheed Wallace do it for words of encouragement if they couldn't play. You gotta let people know that you here. I'm in your corner. Let's go to war. You wasn't ready to go to war. Let me find out you at home eating popcorn, watching Uncle Drew. You can be on that sideline eating popcorn, telling your teammates what to do. I'm Tay Wiz. I'm out of here. Peace.